SOFI. This stock has squeezed up today over 20% in value. So in today's video, we are going to be talking about what's going on and answering that main question of should you buy this stock. So I hope you guys all enjoy it. If you guys get anything in value out of this video, hit that like button, subscribe. If you guys are new to the channel, new to the team, we talk about everything money, stocks, money management, trading, investing. So subscribe, join the team. So I hope you guys all enjoy it. Let's jump into it. Let's go. All right, so for those of you that don't even know what SOFI is a fintech company that virtually is an online bank. Now this online bank is virtually like a competitor with every fintech company out there. This company offers debit, credit cards, savings accounts. They offer a brokerage where you guys can buy and sell stocks, ETFs, cryptocurrency, and where they make a bunch of their money is actually off of loans and loan refinance. But as of today, the stock has squeezed up, going from $8 all the way up to almost $12 a share in a single day. Now anytime a company squeezes up 20% in value in a single day, something is going on inside the company. And the company actually released something called an earnings report. This is when the company pretty much tells all their investors what's going on. They give you the revenue, the cash on hand, the net profit margin, really important finances that all the investors care about. But as of today, they announced some great earnings, beating expectations both on the revenue and the earnings per share. They were expected to bring in near and around $1.9 billion, but they brought in over $2 billion, beating expectations on their revenue, causing investors to flock to it and causing the stock to skyrocket. Now the reason why investors flock to these types of companies is because everybody wants to find that next Apple, that next Google, the next Tesla. So these smaller companies that are doing really well, people flock to them when they do good things. But getting back on track to the revenue grew over 37% in a single year. Anytime you have that type of announcement, investors are gonna just continue to flock and buy up this company. And like I mentioned, SOFI is virtually an online bank, and something that's really crazy that happened is their deposits grew from $7 billion to over $12.7 billion in a single year. Now the CEO actually came out and said that they are taking up more and more market share from these massive banks like Bank of America, Chase, and all those massive companies. So that's pretty much what's going on and why a lot of investors are buying this thing up. Now that we understand kind of what's going on with this company, why it's moving, why it's grooving, now let's talk about should you buy SOFI. So answering that question of should you invest into SOFI, actually one thing I think you have to take in consideration is the CEO actually came out and said a couple of things. The first thing he said is that they are going to continue to grow in Q3 and Q4 of this year. So that's always a good indication that the share price is going to continue to grow as well. Now, one of the only issues the CEO pretty much stated is they're having trouble with their student loan refinance. Now, the reason why that is because over the past couple of years, there's been so much incentive not to pay student loans. There was a lot of federal grants, a lot of federal assistance for student loan repayment, and there's no incentive to pay. And they think, the CEO came out and said they're going to continue to think that by the end of next year that those assistance plans are going to be done by next year, which is going to cause more revenue to go into SOFI. So answering that question of should you invest into SOFI, I think yes. For me, I would rather have shares than not have shares. I understand this is a growth stock, so it's very volatile. We've seen this thing squeeze up, sell off, squeeze up, sell off. It's volatile. I understand that. And looking at some of these price targets by 2025, you guys will look, we see great returns over 20-30% in value. So yes, I would rather have shares than not have shares. But on the flip side, you have to understand this is a growth stock. It's going to be heavy volatile, so it's going to be swinging your portfolio. Keeping it under 2% of your portfolio is a great way to reduce risk, reduce volatility, and dollar cost averaging as well is going to reduce that volatility when you dollar cost average, because you're investing consistently rather than just putting money all up front. Because since the stock has already squeezed up 20%, it could sell off a little bit before we see more buying pressure. So yes, I have shares, but do your own research before you guys invest, and that's kind of what's going on with SOFI stock. So I hope you guys all enjoy it. If you guys got anything in value, hit that like button, subscribe, and we'll see you guys tomorrow in the next one. Take care.